Hi everyone. I recently got a couple of requests. One of them from a Miss Michelle Jones. She sent me a document that she wanted me to do at about 80 or 100. So this video is going to be at 100, and I may do a 120 for the same dictation. But it's well, she titled it phrasing drills, so that's what I'm just going to name the video, and I might actually just put it under the drills. I am seeing a lot of phrases in here, especially if you're on STENED, so I will keep it as that. So I will be doing 100 for this video. And let me pull up the document if I can find it. Sorry. Okay, here we go. She wanted to be in the case. We were going to be somewhere else at that time. On the other hand, all the judges of the facts will be going to the court. I do not want something else. Do not talk about him or her. What was at that time? Do what you want in the morning. Did you see him or her at the scene of the accident? We want the court to determine the sum and substance of the facts and circumstances in the case. That was asked and answered. Was he or she at the accident scene? Were you ever there at the time? It will be in the case. Objection to form, but you can answer. Do you think she will? Where were you going to be at that time? At what point do you do something else? At least he was going to the court in that case. Have you ever been there? How many miles per hour? They want everyone else in the morning. I believe I don't. How many miles per hour were you going? To do this, I'll have to do that. I don't believe in this case. Were you ever in any? Do you do anything else? I have something else that I want. He should have been as far as her. To be or not to be. To do or not to do. Do you want a little bit? I don't know whether or not to be there at that point in time. Were you ever in any danger? He was 3.5. I'm sorry. What did you want to do? You can answer. He wants everything else in the case. This is what you are at this time. I don't know what you want. Let me ask you what you were doing at the accident scene. In fact, we believe you are going to be imperfect. Were you going to be on the witness stand? They will be there as soon as possible. As long as you want to do it, do it. That's what I think. I don't recall where you were at that time. Do you understand what I want? I don't feel that is correct. Is that right? Do you believe in that case? In fact, you want to be in the jury box. He wants to do something at any time. Have you ever been in any? Did you go to the White House? Did I do that? That was it, I think. Do you remember him or her? And is she going to be there? Did you see how far the stop sign was from the scene of the crime? Before the accident, where were you? How would it be at this time? What was the sum and substance of the closing argument? It is for you to determine the evidence in this case. We had the burden of proof in the case. At the same time, she was going to be there. Some of the circumstantial evidence was a question of fact. They had the burden of proof. How do you do? Did you state your name for the record? What did you do? Did you see a fair preponderance of the evidence? I think I don't recall. Do you think about it? Do you feel something else? Did you say anything to him or her? No one else can be in this case. Are you duly licensed to practice medicine in the state of New York? He is going to be in the jury room. Have you ever been at any time? We want at least as much him or her. As far as I believe, we will go as soon as we can. He should not have been there whether or not you think so. I don't understand. He wants a little bit of what you want. Did there come a time at the scene of the accident that you got out of the ambulance? Do you want this in order? As a result, I would like to think about something else. Do you know what might have been? What else is there to do? The burden of proof is the sum and substance in the case. Where were you and what were you going to be doing at that time? Did you say anything? Did you see the evidence? Would you like to be in that case? She will in as much as she can. The burden of proof consists of the sum and substance in this case. Tell me about the direct evidence. What about the circumstantial evidence? Were the bodily injuries the proximate cause? We were going to think. Where were you at the time? She had too much. Let me go to the scene of the crime. We had too much to do. Were you able to do the case? I would like him and her to do it. Were you able? Is this what you want? Is it that you are duly licensed to practice medicine? Is it the passenger side or the driver's side? It was the right-hand side. Is the left-hand side where you want to be? Is it in the morning? Did you say good morning or good afternoon? It was at that point in time. This is in this case. Is there anything else that you want? Is there anywhere you want to be going? I don't want to think anymore.